I am such an awesome guy. I make so many videos.
Hello there, Price of Reason here with a special report. It's no secret that since 2019's release of Avengers Endgame, most of Disney's MCU properties, whether it's in theatrical releases or on Disney+, have been rather stinky. But there's one movie that there is a sort of strange anticipation for, which is the Marvels. When I say anticipation, it's not necessarily because I think anybody thinks this is going to be a good movie. It's because it kind of feels like it's going to be some type of train wreck, and everybody just really wants to see how it plays out. It's a movie that's been delayed 5 or 6 times already, with extensive reshoots. It just feels like they kept filming the movie over and over again, and none of these things are good signs. But what's also interesting is that now and then we get a little nugget in the press, a little tease of what we're expected to see in this Captain Marvel sequel movie where she was demoted to a side character in her own movie. So apparently the director, Nia DaCosta, took some time to talk to Empire magazine and explain exactly what kind of vibe this movie is going for. So according to her, this movie is going to explain the sisterly relationship between Carol Danvers, Kamala Khan, and Monica Rambeau. So it really has this kind of womanly sister thing going on for it. But she also sheds light on a few other things. First of all, in addition to them being sisters, this is going to have a lot of girl drama in it because Monica Rambeau apparently is very sad that in the first movie, Carol Danvers said she would return, and then she never did, and meanwhile her mother passed away. So there's a lot of friction between them, and they're going to talk about their feelings a lot during the movie, apparently. In addition, Kamala Khan is a huge fangirl of Captain Marvel, so she's going to keep telling her what a fangirl she is, and they're all going to be sisters in this movie. But one of the best parts of the interview, which by the way, this is a condensed version. They're going to actually release a longer form version of it, I guess, in a few days. But what amused me is that basically, according to Nia DaCosta in this article, Captain Marvel feels kind of down coming into this. Carol isn't so happy with herself. So throughout the movie, by hanging out with her two sisters, and they're going to tell her how amazing she is, well, that'll make her get her mojo back, because once they tell her how great she is, she'll finally understand that she's the best. Which is basically like every single Disney property movie that comes out. I mean, I don't know what men are going to be in this movie except for Nick Fury. I would say that I hope that they don't embarrass him or humiliate the character, but that ship has sailed, especially after Disney Plus's Secret Invasion, which was absolutely a disaster and ruined his character. So yes, it doesn't just look bad in the trailers. This is going to be a very girly movie, girl power, women telling each other that they're the best. Now, generally, I'm not saying that it's bad to have women in a movie, as I always say, but knowing Disney and knowing what they've cooked up in more recent movies, this movie is going to be like an extravaganza. The only thing I'll say is that given that there's so few movies and that Dune was delayed and there's all these other issues, come November, the Marvels may be one of the only movies playing, and it may actually benefit from the situation. Also, it seems to me like Marvel is probably going to lean into the whole Barbie success and really present the Marvels as this kind of girl power, feminist adventure with women, which is maybe what this interview is even doing. Maybe they're trying to capitalize on Barbie's success, but in any case, I think that this movie is going to be awful, but I'm still somehow curious to see it. I'm anticipating that it will be one of the worst Marvel movies ever made, but that's just a prediction. Obviously, when it comes out, I'll give it a fair chance, but it doesn't look very promising right now. One thing I can say with relative certainty is that those rumors that they were going to delay the movie, I don't think that they're going to delay it. I think that they've already spent too much money on commercials and on marketing, so I think at this point they're just going to stick with the November date. Also, with a lot of movies like Dune pulling out and certain changes in schedules, it may actually be to their benefit to release it in November. I can't think of another movie that's coming out that month, so maybe they'll somehow get away with it. With the first Captain Marvel movie, I would say that Disney Marvel and Kevin Feige pulled off a real heist. Apparently the movie made a lot of money at the box office. Although, to be fair, it only made that kind of money because it was sandwiched between Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, which everybody wanted to see, and the audiences were given the impression that they have to see Captain Marvel in order to understand Avengers Endgame. Now, that's a big deal. There was a lot of goodwill from fans at the time, so that's a reason why it could have made money. In addition, some people even claim that those numbers seemed a bit odd. I heard from a lot of people that when they went to the theater to see this movie when it opened, there weren't a lot of people in their theaters, so they were surprised that it supposedly made so much money. But I don't have any evidence to suggest that it didn't make the money that Disney said it did. It just, some people said it didn't. That's all I'm saying. How do you feel about the Marvels? Are you excited to see it? Feel free to let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and also clicking on that wonderful notification bell. Thanks for watching, my friends. Thank you, and good day.
I am such an awesome guy. I make so many videos.